Hey guys! Alright, today we are going to learn one-step inequalities. Addition and subtraction. Tomorrow we will do the ones with multiplication and division. These are a lot like equations, except they're not. The main difference being that you have to graph them when you're done, because instead of like with an equation, there's one answer. With inequalities, there's multiple answers. And I know that doesn't make a lot of sense yet, but it will. Maybe. Okay, so you follow the same rules you do with equations with inverse operations. Like if something is added, you subtract. If something is subtracted, you add. So basically the same. The only thing is that once you have solved it, like you would an equation, you then graph it, okay? So for instance, basically what you're going to do is if you see this sign, you're going to make an arrow, and if it's greater than or less than, you have an open circle. Make an open circle and then draw an arrow that way. Or if it's greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, you draw a closed circle. Like my little faces here. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so, and then there's but we'll get to the turnaround rule in a minute. Let's go ahead and try this first. Okay, so this is basically just like a equation. All right, so this says -3 plus x is less than or equal to 2, okay? Just like an equation, it's -3. We have to get rid of that 3. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. That zeroes out. And then our answer is x is less than or equal to 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. Now the last thing we have to do is graph it. Okay, so again, we have it is less than or equal to, so that means it's a closed circle. It'll be a closed circle at +5. So I fill it in. Then I'm going to make an arrow. So I'm just going to make that into an arrow. That lets me know it needs to go this way. So I draw my arrow going this way. See? Pretty simple, all right? Okay, the next one is x plus 8 is greater than 9. Remember the mouth, which way the mouth points, that's the bigger number that's greater than. So it's pointing to 8, or the x plus 8, and so that is greater than, okay? So again, we need to solve it just like we would an equation. It's x plus 8, so we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. Okay, that cancels. Then 9 minus 8 is 1. So x then is going to be greater than 1. And if we reference this right here, it is greater than, so it's an open circle at +1. And we make our arrow, just draw a line there, and that points to the right. So we go like this. Just kind of fill it in. All right. There's a turnaround rule. And the turnaround rule happens if your the x term is on the right side instead of the left. If you look at these two problems, the x is on the left side. Okay, that's a normal problem. When it's on the right side, you want to turn the whole problem around. You want to rewrite it, okay? So the way we do that, this says -11 is greater than or equal to x minus 9, okay? Well, if you notice the mouth is facing 11, we want that to happen again when we rewrite it. So all we're going to do is we're going to move x minus 9 over here. And if you recall, it's facing 11, so we want to face 11 again. -11. And that's what it looks like rewritten, okay? So we just move this whole thing over here and move this over here. And that's what you want to do if your x term is on the right. That's something you'll definitely need to remember. So now that we have this, we can go ahead and solve it. So I've got x minus 9. We need to add 9 to both sides. And -11 plus 9 is going to be -2. So x, I'll write down here, x is less than or equal to -2, okay? I'm going to make my arrow. I just draw my little arrow stick right there. That means it's going to the left. So I'm going to make a closed circle, big closed circle at -2. And my arrow is going to the left. And that is about it for this skill for today. So again, the main thing is to remember this stuff right here. Write this down. You need to take notes on this. And then remember your turnaround rule.